Hello and welcome to the Week 3 Primetime matchup. We meet here in the second game of this week, and this game's competition is ranked higher than any game of the entire season so far. As always, I'm Joe Adams, accompanied by John Smith.
Thanks, Joe. Today's game is very competitive. Let's meet the players for this primetime matchup, starting with Owen Anderson, a free agent, and the 8th-ranked player in the league who is subbing in for the Bethany Herons.
The Hillsboro Highlanders are represented by Chase Lucas, and the Rose City Wreckers are represented by the league's number 2 player, Kane Balso-Hard Edmonds.
The Cedar Mill Shockwaves are represented by number 9 ranked player Jared Istuk, and a showing for the Beaverton Ballers is Jimmy Winkle.
And finally, representing the Aloha Gladiators is returning number 1 ranked player Caden Fairhurst. That marks not only 4 of the league's top 10 players all in one game, but also both the league's number 1 and number 2 ranked players.
It's going to be an interesting matchup. Let's go for the game, Joe. Alright, and it looks like Owen Anderson to serve, who should have a white shirt on. He's picked in the black, just served. Caden Fairhurst next. It looks like Jared Istuk, who should have blue on, is in yellow. Right there, we are at the top, and Owen Anderson getting himself out. The number 8 ranked player getting out by a hit from the number 2 ranked player, Kane Edmonds.
That's right, he tried to do a backhand there and just maybe a little bit too fancy for him. And, he got his back to the table, and that's a first out for Owen Anderson, already a player who's ranked out. So now we have 5 players remaining.
And also Chase Lucas right there at the almost dead center of your screen, now in the top right with the blue shirt on, should have green.
That's 3 miscolored players in this game. Pretty slow hits all around. Kane Edmonds, the number 2 player, and receiving from him is the number 1 player, Caden Fairhurst. And receiving from him is the number 9 player, Jared Istuk. Definitely some heavy hitters in this game. Caden Fairhurst does a pretty easy shot there. Everyone's just doing some normal hits around the table. A little bit of a further hit there from Kane Edmonds.
Another high ball by Jared Istuk.
Yeah, Jared Istuk does his pretty well-known high spinner. Evers does a little bit of a deep shot there, and it's enough to get Jared Istuk, the number 9 ranked player, out. It looks like he just didn't put enough power on that to reach the table. He got the height, but he didn't want the length that he wanted, which means now we're in our final 4 for match 1.
Jared Istuk still standing around the table. I'm not sure if he does not think he's out for some reason. I guess he's not out for some reason.
It looks like we had a redo call for whatever. I mean, we're kind of confused here. We have Jack Fairhurst reffing the game, but that's his choice. I guess he has the power to do that, and that means instead of Jared Istuk getting out, now Kane Edmonds is out. I'm sure Kane Edmonds is a little disappointed at that call.
Yeah, I think it's an awful call from the ref. I don't think we had any reason to call a redo other than Jack is a really stupid ref, as we saw last week. We had, or was that last game? I'm not sure. I don't really recall. He has pretty awful calls, or not calls. He just took a while to get the games going. Right here in our top 4 matchup. Barely hitting the table is Jared Istuk right there. Jimmy Winkle now. Swap. Looks like he's swapping the angle and the direction. We got Chase Lucas right there. Pretty standard hit right there. Angled hit right there, making his opponent run across the table. He's able to get it though. Now on the short side, let's see what number 1 ranked player can do right here. Great angled hit. Save right there.
Yeah, Caden Fairhurst making Jared Istuk move, but Jared is saving all these, and that right there,
that's got to be called a body block.
That's probably a body block call right there. Let's see.
And I guess this time Jared Istuk is not going to be bailed out by the referee, and he's going to get called out, even though I think he should be in right here, but he should be out from earlier, I believe.
Yeah, so I suppose whichever way you look at it, he should have gotten out the first time, and now he's getting out when he should have stayed in, so it kind of offsets.
Yeah, but still, 2 poor calls from the referee in 1 match.
Yeah, certainly not a great showing. And
that's
a second serve. Caden Fairhurst has given him 2 easy hits so far, and he's already missed both of them, so here comes the third one. And he really quickly does the third one.
And he'll swing on that.
Catches Ben Barrett off guard. What a Great strategy from Caden Fairhurst right there.
I think the name you were looking for is Chase Lucas.
Chase Lucas, sorry, my apologies, everyone. Yeah, that's a great strategy from Caden Fairhurst there. Does 2 easy hits, and, you know, the Highlanders player was expecting another easy hit and did the same warm-up, but then gave him a really fast one. No time to think about it. He swung and missed, and now we're in our championship round.
Definitely could have not swung there, I believe, and that would have been called on him. And now we have a crowned victor for this round 1.
That's Caden Fairhurst of the Aloha Gladiators, and Jimmy Winkle, although he came second, that's still 4 points. It's good for the Beaverton Ballers.
Most definitely.
Which means we'll be getting our first sponsor of the day, JSG Mechanics, Jimmy Sean Greaves. Best mechanics in the biz.
Definitely. I never bring my cars there, though, because I'm a handyman myself. And also one time they took a dump in my center console.
Yeah, they've been known to do that sometimes. But other than that, A's all across the board.
Owen Anderson again staring at the camera as he always does when he's subbing in for a free agent game.
That's right. Owen Anderson's trademark, really taking the stardom of the show, even though, you know, he was the first person out and he's sitting at 0 points right now.
Now, Joe, who was he subbing in for this game?
I don't know, but all that really matters is that he's playing for the Bethany Herons, and, you know, they're a team that could definitely use some points from him. You know, as the 8th ranked player in the league, getting him as a free agent is, you know, it's pretty good.
Absolutely. We just got some standard game right here.
The problem is, though, that he has to receive from Caden Fairhurst, and we can see that right there is, and I mean, not too impressive of a hit, but Owen Anderson wasn't able to get it, and now that's 2 straight 6th place finishes for the 8th ranked player.
All right, now we're going to get in this 5-man matchup. It looks like Chase Lucas of the Highlanders will serve to, I believe that is Jimmy Winkle. Number 2 player, Ball So Hard Edmonds to Caden Fairhurst, the number 1 ranked player, to Jared Istook, the number 9 ranked player. And we're across the board right now. Slight angle hit, not too much though. Caden with not a little slight of a hit. Jared with and then we got Chase Lucas getting out Jimmy Winkle right there.
Great hit from Chase Lucas, hitting it right onto the corner of the table and going off the side. That was a really impressive hit from him there. Now we'll be going to our top 4 here. Returning is Caden Fairhurst. I believe Kane Edmonds got out 5th last time, so it's a turnaround for him. We still got Jared Istook and Chase Lucas here as well.
Our new receivee is Kane Edmonds right there.
Number 1 ranked player Caden Fairhurst receiving from the number 2 yet again, and he's still in, doing pretty good. And Jared Istook also receiving from Caden Fairhurst again. We got some pretty much the same matchups here as last time.
Strong ball right there. He's able to receive. Oh, it hits off the crack.
Real lucky shot there for Jared Istook that hits the crack, goes backwards, and, you know, no way for Chase Lucas to get that, and he takes 4th place as we move into our final 3, all of which top 10 players in the league.
And just last week, he also had an elimination off hitting the crack in the table. Do you think that's an accuracy thing, or do you think that's a luck thing? Do you think it's just that accurate?
Well, there's a little bit of both in there. Of course, you can kind of increase your chances of hitting it, but it's such a small window that it is really more so just a luck thing.
It looks like our number 3 is Jared Istook. Caden with another power hit. High ball right there. Let's see what will happen. Nothing too spectacular. Another high hit. Not going to take advantage of that. Caden hitting right to Jared Istook. Alright. And Caden gets himself out, coming 3rd in this game.
That's an SD for Caden Fairhurst, who, if we remember, had a perfect game last week. That's not going to be the case for today, as he takes a 3rd place, as the championship round will be between Kane Edmonds of the Rose City Wreckers, the number 2 ranked player in the league, and Jared Istook of the Cedar Mill Shockwave, the number 9 ranked.
It looks like we had a little bit of trash talk right there between Istook and Fairhurst right there. See how Kane wants to start this serve right here. Let's see if he's going to give him an easy serve, and it looks like he will. Just a high ball right there. And these 1v1s, giving him how Jared gives these high balls. That can go back to bite himself.
That's right. I mean, it's advantageous for him to do so when he's in multiple people, kind of giving the person receiving from him an easy hit. But when you're the person who has to receive, oh, wow, what a great receive there from Jared Istook. I mean, even with the easy hits Kane is getting off of these, there's some great receives. That's something that Jared Istook really excels at, spinning the ball and also receiving it. He's one of the best in the league at that. Kane Edmonds able to get the ball back on the table. And Jared Istook goes for another spin, but it doesn't work out for him. And Kane Edmonds is the second winner of this game as he wins match 2.
Let's move into match 3 right here.
So here we are at the end of match 2. Let's take a look at the standings.
First-ranked player Caden Ferris takes an expected lead, but not as much as we had thought after a third-place finish in match 2, scoring 8 points across the first 2 matches. Right behind him is Cedar Mills' Jared Istook. The 9th-ranked player has scored 6 points thus far.
2 players are tied in second with Jared. The Ballers' Jimmy Winkle and the number 2-ranked player Kane Edmonds of the Wreckers. This surely is a very close matchup indeed.
In 5th is the Highlanders' Chase Lucas, who scored 5 points so far. And the last is the 8th-ranked player Owen Anderson, who came last in both matches and has 0 points so far.
That's certainly not the performance the Herons were looking for when they signed him on for this game, John. Let's hope that he can right the ship before it's too late.
Most definitely, and we're in this matchup right here. Just some pretty standard gameplay right now. Going all across the table in a 6-man matchup, though. That's not very standard. And let's see, Jimmy can get that on the table, but Kane balls so hard, Edmonds cannot receive from him. Oh no, I am incorrect right there.
It looks like, it was hard to see with the camera, but Caden Ferris did a really nice hit across the table there. Jimmy Winkle wasn't able to receive it, and Jimmy Winkle was the first eliminated for this match. Which means now we're down to 5 people. There's sure to be a lot of movement across the board, especially as people start moving on. See a lot of movement here, making Caden Fairhurst move. Jared Istook with a great spinner that goes backwards around the table. Wow, he is truly the best in the league at spinning that ball that way.
Almost getting himself caught off guard right there, but he's able to recover.
Owen Anderson looking for a nice hit. Yep. Caden Ferris going a nice corner shot.
Well, we got a body block on Owen Anderson right here is the question.
And those corner shots are something that Caden Ferris really excels at, gets players out really frequently.
You can see it on Owen's face. He knows he's in the way. Let's see what the referee will call right here. He will call him out.
And that's right. So that's going to be a 5th place for Kane Edmonds, his 2nd of the game. Surely not a good start for the 2nd-ranked player in the league.
Now, is that our third disagreed call with this ref in this game so far?
I personally agree with the ref's decision. I don't think that was a body block. He was far enough away, and the fact that the player hit the ball is pretty evident that he was able to get to it.
Maybe so. Oh, let's get into this duos matchup right here. Let's see what Owen can do right here. Slight angled hit, but very, very slow. Just reset into this Caden Fairhurst, and Jared Istook trying to put a little bit too much on that ball right there.
That's right, gets himself out again, and it truly looks like Jared Istook's worst enemy is himself sometimes. An illegal serve from Chase Lucas there. Owen Anderson decides to serve on it anyway. That's serve 1 on Owen Anderson. Kane Ferris backing up, getting ready for a slam, and that's a 2nd one for Owen Anderson. Now he has 2 serves.
Chase Lucas right here to start the game for the 3rd time.
Nice conservative hit. Let's see what Kane Ferris does off of it. Pretty decent power shot, but Chase Lucas is able to get it back onto the table. Owen Anderson does an angled hit. Everyone's running around the table. Kane Ferris with a shot. Another one of those crazy corner shots. Wow, Kane Ferris just eliminated everyone with those shots. Take a look. Just right across the edge. Owen Anderson doesn't touch the ball, and he was out of the way, so I don't think that's going to be a body block.
No, I do not think so either. I mean, you're not getting at that ball anyway. You could see him moving.
Correct.
No person there. He's not getting there.
Correct call from the ref there, which means Owen Anderson in match 3 is going to be in the championship match, and
after
Caden
2
Ferris is
6th
back.
places. Let's see what he can do right here. Can he turn this around and get 1st place after 2 6th places, do you think?
We're going to find out. That'd be quite a turnaround if he's able to.
Serve. Ball is not live as Caden Ferris gets a serve 1.
And Owen Anderson's already got 2.
Oh, we got a crack ball right there. And
he completely missed the spike. He got a really lucky opportunity to just end it right there, and he completely missed the spike as Caden Ferris wins match 3.
Crazy hit right there. I mean, never seen that.
This video is brought to you by Krispy Kreme donuts.
They're so crispy, and they're so creamy, and they're donuts.
That's right. I mean, well, how else could you explain it? That's their brand.
Yeah.
So going into match 4, it looks like Caden Fairhurst is obviously extending his lead after 2 match victories and a 3rd place. Owen Anderson had a good turnaround so far with that 2nd place. We'll have to see what he can do in match 4. And all the other players are just kind of scrambling in between to see what they can do.
I agree right there. I mean, let's get this 4th match underway with the serve by Jared Istook. 5 ball. Owen Anderson put in a little bit of a nothing on that ball. Jimmy Winkle standard return. Chase Lucas as well. See if Caden will go angle. He will not. Not a high ball by Jared Istook. We're just going standard game right here. A little bit of... Oh! Great misdirection by Winkle right there. And a backhand right there. Hitting the crack.
Very impressive receive there from Jared Istook. He makes hitting the ball backwards just look so easy.
We got a head block right there from Caden Fairhurst. And he just, that kind of hit just messes him up too much. Trying to...
And Jared, the 9th ranked player, Jared Istook, eliminates the number 2 ranked player, Kane Edmonds. Kane Edmonds has sure not had a great game. That's a 6th place finish after 2 5th place finishes. But he does have that 1 match victory to rely on for points.
Yeah, this is going to hurt his position in the league. Definitely.
That's right. We'll see if he's still the number 2, but he's still got another 2 matches after this to try and right that ship. So Owen Anderson is receiving from Jared Istook now.
Caden Fairhurst to boot.
Same hits as last time, it seems. Everyone's kind of actually doing a little bit of cornering. I mean, this is a pretty... The competition in this game is pretty technically scaled as far as all the games. Oh, a good power shot there to mix things up a little bit.
See, like we got some running around. Chase Lucas mixed up a little bit, still able to recover.
Jared Istook was expecting that corner shot. He was able to get there in time. And Owen Anderson tried to do another spike off of a Jared hit.
And blame his paddle.
But he missed it. He's blaming the paddle like an absolute loser.
We see that a lot, don't we?
That's right. And that's a 5th place finish for Owen Anderson. The Bethany Herons, they should have signed a different free agent.
I agree. I mean, what free agents do we have? We have Matthew Ferguson is signed on a team now, so we have some other free agents. Caden, whatever his last name is.
I have Caden Adams, Daniel Winkle. There's a couple other people that we could have gone with, but, I mean...
We have Jaqui Jaquampo.
Yeah, Jaqui Jaquampo is a pretty good player.
Let's get in this duo's matchup, though. Right there. Let's see what Caden can do with that slow ball. Not too much. Just hitting directly to Jared. With his standard high ball, we're going to have a bit of a power hit right there. And again, just a straight to him. See what Jimmy can do right here. Standard hit, followed by a standard hit. Let's see if Caden goes with an angled hit like he normally does. He does. Catching Istook off guard. He does not get enough on that backhand and gets himself out. Eliminated by Caden Fairhurst.
That's right. Another great hit from Caden Fairhurst, showing why he's the number 1 ranked player right now. As our final 3 will include Caden Fairhurst in his 4th straight Final 3 appearance, Chase Lucas in his 3rd Final 3 appearance, and Jimmy Winkle in his 2nd.
And
looks like it's going to be a serve 1 on Chase Lucas, I believe.
Looks like he's laughing a little right there. I don't know what he was doing.
It's all right. Well, the first serve doesn't make anyone notice. It's after that 2nd one where people start to get a little...
And we're going to have a serve 1. Oh, they're going to play off of it. Oh, they're not going to play off of it.
Yep. The ref called a bad serve, which means it's going to be serve 1 on Jimmy Winkle. And the ball is live.
Angles making Jimmy run across that table.
And Chase Lucas gets out. That means Jimmy Winkle and Caden Fairhurst will meet in the championship round. This is Jimmy Winkle's 2nd time, and this is actually a rematch of match 1. This is Caden Fairhurst going for his 3rd win of the night, and Jimmy Winkle going for his 1st win on a 2nd attempt.
Jimmy Winkle to serve. Caden to receive. Live ball. Let's see if Jimmy can return that. He barely can. Caden can barely return that. And Jimmy just misses the ball right there.
What an accuracy on that last shot. Take a look. It went deep, Caden Ferris, and right on the corner of the table. That was a great shot from Caden Ferris.
Barely make it on that table.
That was just, wow, really good accuracy on that last hit. So,
following the end of match 4, an update on the standings 2/3 into this game.
Retaining his first place spot is Caden Fairhurst, the number 1 ranked player, won matches 3 and 4, who advanced to 18 points as he lengthens his lead. And second is Chase Lucas, who had an excellent turnaround on the back of back-to-back third-place finishes to boost his total to 11, jumping from 5th to 2nd in just 2 matches.
That's right. That bumps Jared is to the 9th ranked player from the Shockwaves down a tier. He sits just 1 point behind in 3rd place with 10 after a back-to-back 4th place finish. Baller's Jimmy Winkle also dropped a tier as he sits 1 point behind in 4th at 9. Kept in contention after a first round exit by placing matches 2nd in match 4. The game is still incredibly close, Joe.
That leaves Kane Edmonds in 5th. The number 2 ranked wrecker has had a surprisingly unproductive game, scoring just 7 points after a 5th and 6th place finish. Remaining in last place is 8th ranked player Owen Anderson. He had a decent turnaround in match 3 after coming 2nd, but dropped right back down with the 5th place in match 4, scoring 5 points for the Herons thus far.
And while you were saying that right there, Jared sails the ball right over the court, getting himself out in 6th. Starting into this 5-man game right here. Jimmy Winkle to serve. We got Chase Lucas right there, and we got Caden Ferris to make it a live ball. Kane Edmonds getting himself out in his first hit, coming out 5th. That's not a strong matchup. That's not a strong game so far for Kane Edmonds.
Now, that's something you need to expect when you're receiving from Caden Fairhurst is those directional shots. That one wasn't really that difficult to receive as far as Fairhurst hits go, but you need to be ready and prepared for those.
Yeah, I mean, Kane Edmonds is definitely going to look for a victory in round 6.
It just happened again. Owen Anderson just got out off of another Caden Ferris directional hit. He's in the 3rd place position, which is the most disadvantageous spot. But he's getting out people left and right with just these directional hits.
Let's see if he'll do it again.
And he does it again.
Is going to do it.
That is 3 straight for Caden Ferris in the most disadvantaged position in the game, which means Caden Ferris will be going for his 5th win of the night, and Chase Lucas, this is his first time in the top 2.
Yeah, getting a turn away from that disadvantaged spot is Caden Ferris going in 2nd now. I guess he's going to want a bad serve call because it was overhand or underhand. I don't even know what the rule is. No one's ever told me.
A really high hit, is he going to spike it? He does go for a harder hit, and Chase Lucas misses the ball as Caden Ferris wins his 4th match of 5 in the night. This video is sponsored by Porsche Motors. Live life in the fast lane.
I bought a Porsche Motors car, and it actually blew up after 50,000 miles because...
Yeah, that must have been the pipe bomb that I placed in the trunk of your car.
Bro.
So moving into match 6, it looks like some players are poised to maybe have a little bit of momentum here. Caden Fairhurst, of course, Jimmy Winkle, and Chase Lucas have all been doing really well in the match so far.
Yeah, let's bring up Kane Edmonds, though, who is our number 2 ranked player in the whole league, who has not had a very strong resume this game so far, with only 1 victory and a lot of 5th and 6s.
That's right. I mean, outside of the number 1, all 3 of the other top 10 players in this game are unsurprisingly unproductive thus far.
Caden Fairhurst with the serve right there. We'll have free agent Owen Anderson representing the Herons right there, getting his first serve. Owen Anderson, very, very iconic of him getting serves. He loves getting serves, but he's using the advantage right there, get an angle. To no advantage, though. Jared is took with a high ball. Definitely losing steam right there. We can't even see the ball because Jimmy Winkle's standing right there. Our referee is coming in apparently to blow the ball. I don't know why he's doing that. He's a ref. He's not supposed to interfere in the game. Again, an idiot move by our referee, Jack Fairhurst. Very dumb referee. Just standing right here. Back to Caden Ferris, our number 1 ranked player. Going to do an angle hit. And Owen Anderson is not able to receive. Puts too much power on that ball.
And that is Owen Anderson's 3rd last place of the game. That is, I mean, for being the 8th ranked player in the whole league, that's a pretty bad performance.
Absolutely. He had 1 game in the top 3. He had 3 games in the top 0, or in the top Excuse me, top 6, I guess.
Yeah, so not a good performance for him. But now we have 5 people all trying to get some final points for their team, including there are 3 top 10 players in the league still in. Everyone's going in for some pretty decent hits here, just going for the height over the strength. And it looks like Caden Ferris almost Fergie special, but he got there in time off of a soft hit from Chase Lucas. That could have been disastrous for his point total, but it looks like the game's going to continue. And a great hit. Wow, Jared Istok showing off some accuracy right there as he gets out Chase Lucas, who was able to get to the ball with a great athletic play, but he wasn't able to get it back on the table as he is eliminated next.
Duos match on our way after a great hit by Jimmy Winkle backing Kane Edmonds up. Power hit by Fairhurst right there. Received. Took the hit and misses, trying to get a little bit of angle to get Caden Fairhurst a little bit more difficult hit.
He tried to use the same move, which means now we're in our top 3. Kane Edmonds in the first time in the top 3 since match 2. And it looks like he's already out. Well, that's insane, which means we'll be down to our championship round here.
Jimmy Winkle back in the top 2 for the 3rd time.
A third rematch between Caden Fairhurst and Jimmy Winkle.
Live ball right here. Let's see what Caden does. Nothing too spectacular, and Jimmy Winkle does a little less spectacular getting himself out. And that's our match 6 right there.
That's right, and that means it's the end of the game. Let's take a look at those standings.
In the last place is Owen Anderson of the Herons, who scored 9 points across 6 matches. I bet this soon-to-be former top 10 player is disappointed, especially having 0 eliminations the entire game.
In 5th is another ranked player, number 2 in the entire league, Kane Edmonds, has an off game as he moves to 11 points.
In 4th place is Shockwave's Jared Istok, who scored just a bit more than Edmonds with 12. Something I've noticed, Joe, is that 3 of the 4 ranked top 10 players playing in this match all came in the bottom 3. Surely an unexpected occurrence.
In 3rd is Chase Lucas, who placed 2nd in match 5, but a less than ideal 5th place in match 6. His point total increases to 16 points on top of 1 elimination.
The silver medal of the game goes to the Ballers' Jimmy Winkle, who placed 3rd and 2nd over his final 2 matches to jump 2 spots after some clutch performances. He scored 16 for the Ballers on 3 eliminations.
Finally, the player with the most points in this stacked game is number 1 ranked player Caden Fairhurst. Fairhurst scored 28 points, 2 shy of the max possible that he achieved last week, on top of a league record tying 18 eliminations and a league 2nd place record 7 regicides. He was completely unstoppable all game, John.
That means the Low Gladiators have won game 2 primetime. That's it for today from the booth. We'll see you next time for game 3. As always, thanks for watching. I'm John Smith.
And I'm Joe Adams, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, I was pretty consistent.
Why can't I delete the 15 minutes?